connect with him.
Okay, so good evening. I'd like to call to the meeting of the VAR of today, July 21st, 2025, it being 5:30. And would you like to read your names into the record? Everyone present?
John Ledwith, Building Inspector.
Robin Bookin, member of the bar.
Billy Mincy, member of the bar.
Stephanie
Bernie.
Rins, oh, sorry.
Sorry, no, I thought
No,
you- Go, go.
Acting Chair, Stephanie Rins.
Tom Birmingham, member of the bar.
Christopher Gow, bar member.
Okay, so proceeding to our first and only case for today, would you like to step forward and also read your names into the record?
Jennifer and Todd Darling.
Just one quick question to John. Were neighbors notified? Were there
Yes.
comments or?
Neighbors were notified. I did not receive any comments,
Okay,
positive or negative.
thank you.
So
So
everyone's quiet. That's the way we like it.
would you like to, I know we just visited, but
Yes.
would you like to present formally your ideas for the meeting?
So we live in the water tower. About a year ago, we had that microstorm first come through and it brought down about 40 trees and it did some pretty significant damage to our roof. But we've also noticed in the last 2 years that the wind up there has gotten much worse, maybe from the changing weather patterns, but it blows up the cedar and it lifts the cedar, and now the cedar is in such bad shape in some areas that it's just tumbling, pretty much tumbling off our roof. Every time we see a pretty heavy wind, it's that,
And rain.
and rain, yeah. So we need to replace it. We did look at replacing it with cedar. It was gonna be $160,000. That was the quotes,
Just
but
for the tower, the sort of
No,
conical. Oh,
for the whole thing.
Mhm.
We want to replace the whole roof,
Okay, got it.
right?
Mhm.
It doesn't make sense to piecemeal this,
Mhm.
at all. I'd like to have a new roof in a material that
Right.
will be a little more long lasting than what I deem cedar to be. If you read my letter, you know, we also feel that it's a fire hazard. And it just isn't holding up well there, right? So we looked at other options and we came up with two. One would be to put a full metal roof everywhere on the whole about 5,000 square feet of the water tower. We're open to colors, but we think the green would blend in nicely with the environment. So that's what we sampled the green for you to see. And the second option for us would be to do just this on the top of the water tower and then architectural,
asphalt that looks similar to shingles
Right.
in this color more.
Yeah. something a little more.
Cedar.
Both of the, I don't think we're married to one in particular. We do think that this would look, we like the idea of the contrast, but we're very open to both of them. We just really don't want to put cedar back onto our roof. I don't think it is going to last, and I can't see spending $160,000 for in 10 years to have the same problem when there are other materials available to us.
I'm so glad that you brought us two options that we can mull over. We very much appreciate that, so that we have more flexibility. Personally, you know, that it was a cedar roof. Going to a less noble material, going to asphalt is not something that I would like. But this other alternative, this tin roof, given the very quirky in a very positive way, and you know, your very interesting house, and that it's a water tower, it's a functional thing that turned into a home. So I think this sort of this idea would be fantastic. I think it would work very well. But tell us how that would work on the round part of
The
the
tower itself,
Yeah.
it's 8 sections, so it's divided into 8 triangles.
Ah,
So
okay.
they would just cut it and It would just be, it would run straight down, but they would then chop as they go down and
Okay.
and cornice it, put a little edge on the top
Okay,
of
so
it
that's not
as they do
a
it.
challenge, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that, that color would go great.
Did I understand you? Sorry, just to understand the manufacturing aspect. So you're making basically like cake wedges.
Yes.
So they're automatically sort of pre-delivered.
Well, no, they would cut it to spec. They would do it on the roof. When they do this, they
But the
come in
grooves
sheets,
will run-
but they will run straight up and down, right? But then they will cut, like if this is the pie,
Mhm.
the roof will run straight up and down like this. They will just cut them at an angle.
the
as
seam
they
will come
down.
straight
The seam will
out
come
on a-
Straight down from the
right.
top.
In
The seams on
spokes.
this would be,
Right.
yes, in spokes, yeah. Yes.
And the
Excellent.
noise aspect of it, do you know about that? Is it like a cat on a hot tin roof?
Asked, because that was one of my concerns when we were looking at other materials. And we were told that you don't really hear it. So
Is it kind of cushioned so that it's not like, there's not space below it, if there's some kind of a rubber or foam sealant that on the other side so that it dulls?
I'm not sure if they put foam down, but I do
You think
know
that
that they
that
do put down.
Have the effect of dulling?
Right, the felt. They're gonna put down their
Right.
normal
Yeah.
felt
The
stuff. They
insulator.
may put
Yeah.
down a slight insulator underneath it before that, but we can find that out.
So it wouldn't sound like it.
yeah,
But
and we
I-
asked
I
people,
pers-
'cause that was one of the questions that I had.
I personally
mean,
like,
my
I like
brother-in-law
rain on the
have it.
tin.
I've been there in a rainstorm. I've never
Never
heard.
heard anything.
Yeah, yeah, it's a raised seam steel,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
roof.
But I also like the sound of the rain on a tin roof. So,
Yeah.
and that's our bedroom up there. So
that right?
That's our master suite.
Oh, it
So,
is?
it
Lucky
is,
you.
yeah.
That's your
It's
bedroom?
phenomenal.
How cool. So you wake up to this incredible view.
Well, everybody says that. You must have an incredible view. And it's funny because we were discussing that back during Sandy, we lost 2 sections of that roof during the storm, were ripped off. So they had to redo 2 sections of that roof. And when they did it, the only access they had to that was through our skylight that was up there, which also got busted. So they put a new one in there. So it's actually a hatch.
Yeah.
So if you go up the extra 20 feet,
Yeah.
stand up there,
Then you get a view.
that's a nice view.
Yeah, I think.
What we have from the railing, 20 feet lower, is you see the
I wouldn't
tops of the
argue.
trees. So unless you removed all the trees,
Yeah, and well,
But you
one
do
by
have
one you will.
pretty of
lose
across the lake and night
trees, is
skies.
what I'm Saying too, so
I mean,
you lose a tree, get more view, but
we're not cutting any trees
no, no, no.
down.
Thank you.
Just Mother
We
Nature,
lost-
Mother Nature's wrath I'm
I was gonna
talking
say,
about.
Yeah.
pointing down this.
Yeah, we lost enough.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
So, Billy, did you see the, do you know the building?
I do, yeah. It's
Mhm.
been a while since I've seen it, but yeah, I do.
What's
Yeah,
your opinion on the
Um,
materials?
yeah. I've done metal roofs before. I'm an architect. I guess they do make a fire rated shingle, just so you know. You can get a fire rate, but it is out there. I do notice you did. I was going to ask the question, but I saw the picture. You do have damage on the lower roof, so it's not
Yeah.
just the upper roof.
No,
No, we
Yeah,
have pretty
so-
significant damage on
Yeah,
the
yeah. I can definitely with the tower.
2 trees hit the lower portion of the
Yeah,
roof.
yeah.
And
But,
it-
yeah, I'd be in
everything.
favor of metal, not shingle. I think we would set a bad precedent. I think we've already kind of gone down that road a little bit. And we don't want to do that because there's a shingle roof here. And like Christopher said, the dignity of that material, it needs to be met in some fashion. And I think metal could achieve that.
That's a great solution.
Yeah.
Because we have, I'm sorry,
Sorry.
we have seen the mix of both on certain houses, and it does look nice. I've seen it on bay windows that have it on the front, and then the rest of the house is shingles. So I thought that,
More a question of moving backwards from something that's more conforming to less conforming. And it sets a bad precedent for other people who
Yeah.
come before us
I-
asking with or without the metal component,
Yeah.
right? So
the interesting thing is somewhere down here, there are pictures of that house in your files before they redid what they did now, and it was a complete 70s T111
sure. It's
shingle-
just a now.
shingle roof. No, I understand that. What
Now.
I'm saying is that I could not have seen them.
Yeah,
Like, I personally would not have built a house like that around that water tower. I understand that it's a
Right.
unique house, but I wouldn't have put a stucco
Mm.
garage, and that side was stucco, the other side was T111 with all 70s windows, and
Right,
it
right.
was very 70s looking house.
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't have done that if I had
oh,
built
so
the
you
tower
changed
myself.
it when you bought it.
We
No.
didn't, someone else did that and
Got it.
actually completed the job halfway and then dropped it on the bank. And that house sat empty
And then you followed.
for 6 years.
Essentially, so Kevin Moran owned it for a very brief stint when we bought it from him.
I'm glad.
We are glad
Loved
to.
it.
We
There we
love
are.
this house. So we're open to doing full metal if that's, you know,
Seems like a good.
makes
solution.
everybody happy.
Oh, yeah, I think it'd be
And
great.
The important thing to point out to do with precedent is that this building did not have a shingle roof and it was built without that. It was built with an asphalt roof to begin with.
Yeah.
And the other thing, something that Christopher mentioned, that I think is very important here, is that it's as chic as it is, it has a fabulous utilitarian aspect and feel to it. So I think that metal roof is consistent with that. I think it's very cool.
I think it's gonna look fantastic.
We're
Just
It
like-
really,
If
yeah.
you're going to approve it, we would like to
Yeah, yeah, no,
start
I think it'd be
very quickly.
very,
Our roof
Before
is
the next
falling
big
off.
storm
We would
comes,
really
I
like
get,
to
I get
see
the, I get the sense of
We
urgency.
do
All right.
have
right.
buckets that can catch water on the bigger rains
I can
So,
understand.
at the moment.
So you know the building
Oh, sure.
and you know the building, and I was the only one who didn't know the building, and I went today, and you know it, and you came with me. So, the bar members who haven't gone on a recent visit, are you happy with taking a
That's why I
decision?
didn't stress about getting up there this week, is I know it quite well from just, we walk there all the time and I know and admire the building and
Okay,
pretty.
Yes, I'm comfortable. Yeah, I'm comfortable.
so are there any other comments or questions?
No.
So, so I'd like to, wait, what's the name of this material, please? Do you have a word for it? With the color?
the slimline one. Is that it?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's it. That's what.
What color
And
is
then the
that?
color is evergreen.
Okay,
Which
so that's
seems,
the same color as the pretty much almost identical
It's
to
very
the
close
trim
to.
color.
seems like,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and blend right into the woods.
So the material is called Slimline.
Yes.
Slimline metal roofing, or just want to read out the right thing.
Standing seam roof.
There you
Yeah.
go. That's the Joe Lamar.
And
It looks
it's-
great when you see
Okay,
it
okay.
across the whole roof.
So, I'd like to make a motion to approve the proposal for the choice of the slimline standing seam roofs for, the project at 95 Summit Road to cover the tower as well as the adjacent buildings, rather than a mixed material, and to approve also the evergreen as the color. So, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great solution.
Very excited.
Well, now the storm's over and we're actually still fighting with the insurance company about
Oh,
a few things.
I don't
We're
envy
replacing
you
the roof
that.
Anyway.
Yeah,
It has to be done. We can't. I
Took
can't
us
live
almost a
through
year to
another
get the money for the
winter.
trees.
Really?
Yeah,
Jester?
yeah.
Yeah.
It was,
So-
I'm sorry to hear that.
well, they didn't want to, we were telling Chris and when they came up that there were so many trees down, they only wanted to pay for, there were 3 on the tennis court, whatever hit insured
Hmm.
things, 2 on the house. They only wanted to pay for 5, but they couldn't get to those 5
With that treaty.
without
Yeah.
35.
moving
And
the other
the-
20 or
they
30 that
first
were in
said
their
to me,
way.
Oh, no, we're gonna.
Cut them
we're
and
gonna
push
pay
them
for
away.
To be pushed to the side of your
We'll-
yard.
we'll
I
cut
go,
'em and
"Are you
push 'em out of
nuts?
the way."
It's gonna cost you more to
Like,
have them
no.
sit in my yard.
No.
Right.
Like, can we be reasonable? That
And it's still-
eventually,
it's still
and
not
so they were,
smart.
but they've decided to be unreasonable.
I see, yeah.
Well, it's the world we live in with insurance.
You know,
so.
what the cost is just for what they approved tonight. I know you gave me a wide range. If you don't know now, you can
We're
tell
gonna
me
go back and
tomorrow.
negotiate, but right
All
now
right,
it
go
looks
ahead.
to be about $96,000. I'll give you the final
Yeah, send me an
number.
email and a final.
And I'm also trying to get it in before tariffs hit me.
Sure.
So, we were actually,
pushed
these
it
got
anyway.
lost. That's what took us so long
Okay.
to come. So
Where's the material being made? Overseas?
I'm not sure where it's being made, but the tariffs are going,
It's gonna. be
they're my
something.
albatross
Yeah.
at this
Doesn't
moment.
matter where it's made, if they can have a tariff to it and tell us.
California,
Tariff to it.
We're gonna be tariffing California soon. We're gonna-
Not yet. And then can we briefly talk about the
It's up to the bar. I briefly mentioned to them about the windows and doors you wanted to change. It's not on the agenda because we really didn't have an application.
Right.
But it's really up to the bar if they want to have an informal discussion about it. It's,
Almost because the other people didn't go and see that recently, I think.
You
You've never been
prefer
to the
to?
side of that house?
No, I've only seen it from the road.
Yeah, no.
See, nobody else has seen the side.
Like, they have
You'd like to
the picture
discuss.
there. If you just wanted to show it to them, that's what the back is. So what we're just asking about, and we don't even have to discuss everything now, just so you guys, and we had talked with Chris, when he came up about these back windows, have been a bane of my existence since we moved in there. They were literally being held with sandbags when we moved up there, so we had to do some work on them. We love our view out the back window. We want to try to turn to something that fits that whole French doors on both sides. If there's a header that runs across the whole thing, so we can put an expansive, same width, all the way across, sliding doors. So we'd like to change those out. We would love an unobstructed view. We understand that all the windows are 8/8. They're all single panes. It is the back of the house. We would love to compromise on something. We were talking about, the Craftsman style.
Yeah.
At some point, we'd love to move to that on all the windows, but maybe do a Craftsman style window there where there's panes across the top and an open at the bottom.
I see.
So we will go back and pull out some more suggestions.
We will quote it.
Only reason we're doing that right now is because we're doing the floor. There was a lot of rot under there. A lot of stuff was replaced where those doors are. So we would love to do it all at the same time, if we can.
It's really important, I think, for us to not approve one side of a house and then with the future possible other changes. It's just best for everyone, you too, to have just a complete vision of all the windows, even if you're not going to replace them at that time. You know, to
So,
send us the pictures of what your final idea is.
yes,
Yeah.
so I will quote them out with the final idea now that I have a better direction of what might be acceptable and what might not be acceptable. And yes, I'll show you pictures of what eventually we would anticipate the others would also look at. Like, I would like to replace everything. I can't afford to do that all at
Right.
once, especially with the amount that we are currently, our kitchen's under renovation.
Right.
So it has to be a sort of,
And question, on this
That's it.
garden front of the house, some of them are windows and some of them are French doors, is that right?
Double doors.
They're all.
They're all doors,
four set of two French doors.
I see.
And then go
different
to
sizes.
2 4-pane.
So for that whole side of the house, it's all doors, yeah.
It's all
Yes,
doors,
it's all
yeah.
doors.
I mean, because I often like with windows, that treatment of muntins and then no muntin, like just the clear glass, and
Right.
it is a nice arch. I'm not sure I've ever seen it in French doors, but maybe I'm.
These won't be French.
No, these won't be French doors. We want to go to sliders.
Sliders.
The French doors are all separate. They've never worked properly since we've been in there. And
But even.
actually, John could probably tell you that they had sandbags against those doors
guess
for
I've-
years because the wind was blowing it open. And people were like, oh, I was in your house when it was
I mean, I
abandoned
guess
for
I-
6 years.
What I was trying to say is I haven't seen it indoors, as
So-
opposed to windows.
They do have them indoors in the sliders. So what it is 4 big windows. The center 2 are sliders that slide out. We talked about getting the folding, so you could open the whole thing. But here, to me, I would love that,
Yeah.
but we don't, the
Am I-
bugs.
So
and-
just to make sure I understand, what I'm talking about is having muntins and then having clear glass, and that's what I wasn't sure I've seen. But you're saying you have seen it in sliders? Oh, no.
Yes, in the sliders. We were talking about doing the big folding ones where you can open up the whole thing at one time.
Right,
It's aluminum.
right.
There, here it doesn't make sense to open up that much of your house with the bugs. There's maybe a very limited amount of time that you'd be able to open that up to the outdoors living kind of thing. So we were looking at the double sliders. It's still 4. It takes the same space as the 2 French doors. 2 stationary windows on each side with 2 sliders that open up.
So I guess
And
what I'm
those
trying
do
to say-
have,
Yeah.
they do have what you said, was the 4
Sure.
panes across the top and then a single pane at the bottom.
Sure. So obviously this company, they are purveyors of this. I'm just saying, I don't know that I've really seen precedent of it, proper precedent. So to me, it looks strange. So for me, I would rather see you do all the French doors with no muntins or all the muntins, but not, I don't think that detail would look right. Unless you can show me some,
Yeah, well, no, we will. That's what, we're only bringing this up now
Well,
because,
I mean, that's what I did when they called into question some decisions that we were making. I just said, okay, well, here's X, Y, and Z book, and here are all these houses that did this. So,
Okay.
because it just feels off to me, but maybe,
But
I
it's,
mean,
it's
what,
very, I think it's very
Yeah,
important
I've
for
never seen
everyone to go and see it because it's,
Yeah.
the other walls are so fabulous with that giant chimney and everything in the tower. I think that will inform that
I
opinion.
mean, for what
think
it's
once
worth,
you're in it.
my cousins had a Stanford White design camp in the Adirondacks. He built it for his brother Edmund. And, you know, back then, and it had all this, and it was literally in the Adirondacks on Saranac Lake. And plate glass windows were a great luxury at the time. So people like, they really thought of these as a great thing. And so a lot of the major camps up there made a big deal of plate glass. So in that period of rusticating and everything, plate glass, I don't regard as a bad thing.
I just think it's.
In fact, I
so
often find,
disastrous
like,
for the
bad
birds.
It's the
muntins
proportion of it.
worse.
So again.
That's the thing, it's the proportion of a
Yeah.
big piece of glass, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
those big
yeah.
old houses, you know, the windows, you can
Yeah.
see that. Doors, they come off as a little less than traditional when you do that in my.
Okay,
Yeah.
you having no muntins.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
right. But at the same time, you and you're an actual architect have never seen that
Oh,
sort
sort
of,
of the cottage style, not in a door.
In a
I haven't
door.
seen that, but
that's what I
um,
worry is gonna look a little bit like someone whose pants have been pulled down. That's a architectural expression.
yes.
So what I think I personally would like to avoid is repeating that. Because eventually I don't see that as being what I'd like to have in the windows on the rest of the house. So I think we're just
Oh,
looking for a
divided lights.
style.
You're against
Yeah.
divided
So,
lights. Yeah.
I don't mind some divided light, but
Uh-huh.
it's obstructing the view. And our house is not a traditional house. We just have the water tower piece. So I see it as more mid-century modern or craftsman or however we would like to talk about this, contemporary even, eventually. So replacing it with a $20,000 sliding door that I would have to redo as soon as I did the rest of the windows seems a little wasteful for me. That's why I'm looking for a solution where we could move to eventually.
that we
I'd
can
be
take care of now
thrilled
for
to
the
have
back.
full planes of
Yeah,
glass. I
'cause
would
it's-
love it, right?
Everything's
But
open, ready to go.
I don't
so.
think that, I just wasn't under the impression that that would be something that you would be willing to approve,
We're
so.
confident. I mean, the way you brought in choices here, if you
Yeah.
bring choices of these windows that we can choose from, and then we can, you know, we
Sure.
can decide on one.
I just dislike that, and
Mhm.
maybe it's because the French doors never worked for me, and I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
so.
yeah.
But we would really like to open the view up. Nobody else can see those back doors. I understand that we all want it to be uniform,
Yeah.
as do we eventually.
I'm doing a barn up in Sagaponic where we're doing exactly the same thing. Pair of sliders, the company is Lowen. And they have fixed lights on the side and we had French doors, but because of furniture arrangements, we went to sliders.
Right.
And yeah,
And those sliders do have divided.
they're divided lights. I mean,
Yeah.
Just
that's a traditional
Kind of
barn,
like,
but
like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
They
they're
do
two
have-
sliders and they're fixed. Yeah. Yeah.
Fixed.
Yeah.
Because when we quoted Anderson, they don't have the divided light that I think you want to see all the way through. And we were thinking about grills on the outside that we can remove. And John didn't think that that would be something you would be that receptive to. We've already
Yeah.
quoted that. They are wood grills,
Yeah.
so we could take them in and out. We feel like, oh, we could still get our views and you would get the look.
When you say wood grill, this.
The solid pane, that's a wood attachment that goes on.
You just put
But you
on.
It's
can-
not single panes that you can apply or take off.
Right.
I mean, I would rather have an honest door that's a slider that doesn't, rather than go in that direction.
So would we, but some,
Yeah.
some want the whole,
I'm not a big fan of snap-on
yeah.
Snap-on.
architectural
Would be our
details.
choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wouldn't be our choice. It was more to appease you. So,
I mean, I would also say, I mean, I'm probably in the minority here, but I would say on the back of the house, there are no neighbors who can see it. It's all about the enjoyment from inside and it's about seeing the wildlife. And I would just sort of, and if the minute you're going into sliders, I don't know why one is pretzeling oneself to achieve this effect when it's sort of a fib. I mean, I would just do the honest truth, which is sliders with glass, but I think I'm in the minority on that.
Look, we'd be
will-
thrilled. We'll come
we
back
will
with
come
one of
back
that
with
would be
all
one
the
of the
stuff.
options.
What your ideas
Yeah.
are and,
Yeah.
you
We can
know,
see that not everyone sort of has
we
different
can help give you
ideas.
guidance
Yeah.
at that point.
Our problem is at this point in time is we're doing the floors in there, so everything has to be done right up against that door. So
Right.
we're gonna have to mess with that afterwards. It's
see.
double the work. So we were
We
thinking
were
maybe,
hoping just to.
maybe end the wood floors a few inches away from there and leave it at this point and finish the wood floors later after we come back and do this 6 to 8 weeks. We're hoping the kitchen and the rest of it'll be done, but.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Thanks a
Okay.
lot.
Good luck with
for
it.
coming.
Thank you very
much. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you for coming up.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time.
Appreciate your time. Thank you very much for coming.
Thanks.
Thank you. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
John, as always, take care. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Very
Thanks.
much. Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Thank you.
So cool. Thanks.
We'll have you all over when it's done.
Thank you. Now I'm requesting, could we approve the minutes at the next session? Because I'd love to suggest a couple of tweaks and I haven't had a chance to do it. That's okay. There's just some things that I think would be benefit from clarification. So if I could write to Desiree. In the next couple of days, I'd appreciate that. Are there any-
Thank you.
Are there any other questions or comments?
Nine.
So I'd like to make a motion to adjourn today's meeting at 3 minutes to 6. Do I
Second.
have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Good night, Desiree.